Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, AD744. So today, guys, it is day 3 of the Euros, guys. Your Euro day 3 reaction. So let me just give you guys a quick menu of how this is going to work. So we're going to talk about Poland, Netherlands. We're going to talk about Denmark, Slovenia, and then England, Serbia. Just to let you guys know, for you guys, FYI, I'm going to be kind of speeding through the first two matches for today since I don't have a lot to say. Whereas for England, Serbia, I have a lot to say. So I'm sorry I have so much to say. So I'm gonna go to England, Serbia, and give it a lot of thoughts. So hope you guys don't mind. So please remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So let's start with the first game we got here is Poland 1, Netherlands 2. Poland, man. I'm gonna give an apology. Now, it's not a full apology, it's like a half apology because I'm not doing a full apology because they still lost the game, and I still don't think they will advance from the group. But I am going to give a half apology because I thought Poland would be one of the worst teams of this year's. I thought Poland would just make up the numbers. I thought they would just get smashed every game. I had little to no faith for Poland. And especially the fact that Lewandowski was out for this game, I was like, yeah, it's looking doom and gloom. Now, Poland may still finish bottom of the group at 0 points. That's still a possibility. But they're going to make things competitive. They're not going to just be there just as whooping boys, you know? So that's why I'm going to give a half apology, right? So for Poland, as I said, man, they had a great start. You know, fantastic goal there from Buska. Great header there. Great assist there from Zelensky. And then all of a sudden, the Netherlands is down 1-0. And the key thing is how Netherlands react. Because Netherlands is a team that mentally over the years haven't had the mentality when it comes to big pressured games. So Poland take the lead, win against the run of play. Because Netherlands were by far the better team. Netherlands then eventually did equalize. Gakpo scored a fantastic goal there. Amazing goal there. Great goal there. And you have to give credit to Ake. Ake was fantastic. And then the second goal, man, obviously Netherlands pushed for the second goal, and they eventually did with Weghorst coming off the bench and scoring the second goal. Netherlands just didn't have the finish. And you could argue that Poland actually played really well because Poland didn't actually seat back. They actually went and they actually tried to attack Netherlands and transition, and Netherlands were struggling. But it's just that Netherlands just have superior quality up front, superior quality and the attack. Whereas compared to Netherlands, compared to Poland, it's only really there's not a lot of quality up front in the attack. So it was always gonna be difficult. And I think for Poland, if they had got a draw for this game, it would have been amazing. For Netherlands, man, fantastic win for them. I thought they were fantastic. You know, Ake was amazing on the day. He had a great game. Although Van Dijk was great, Verbruggen was great. He made a lot of big saves, especially after them conceding. You know, he had to make some crucial saves in stoppage time. I was a bit surprised that De Ligt didn't start. I thought De Ligt would have started. De Vrij started. Dumfries. Although the midfield is Sean. Vermeuren's good. Obviously, there's no De Jong. De Jong is out for the Euros due to injury. Gakpo, Reinders, Simmons, and yeah, Depay, man. Memphis Depay. We have to talk about Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay had a stinker. He had a stinker of a game. And he almost cost the Netherlands with his finishing. And the thing with Memphis Depay is that he is a good player, but he's not a world-class player. He's a decent player at best. The guy's finishing is so on and off. Sometimes his finishing can be very good. Sometimes his finishing can be very awful. And I think Ronald Koeman made the right change. Because I'll be honest with you guys. If Depay was there for that shot, I don't think he scored that. I think Weghorst is just a better super sub player. And you saw the impact Weghorst made. Wijnaldum, I don't know why Wijnaldum came on. Wijnaldum is just not that guy anymore. I'm sorry. Malo was a good substitution. Frimpong was good, I suppose. Weghorst and Mickey van de Ven. So it's crazy to me that De Ligt didn't even play this game. I just baffles me. And no Xerxes as well. Gravenberch, Bergwijn. The thing with Netherlands, guys, is that they're a team that is a wildcard team. They're either going to go far in the Euros or bow early. I'm very much adamant with this. Because I feel like for Netherlands, they could go as far as the semis. They could also go out as early as round of 16. So Netherlands, I don't know, man. Netherlands is a really weird one. It's on and off. Who knows what we're going to get with this Netherlands team. As for Poland, great performance for them. I thought they played well, but they just have to hope Lewandowski is back for the next game, because if they don't have Lewandowski back, it's going to be tough. And for Poland, that crucial game is Austria, because if they can beat Austria, they could go to that France game with nothing to lose. Because let's be real, guys. If Poland don't beat Austria, it's over. It's over. Because I don't see Poland getting a result against France. France are simply too good. As for Netherlands, they got this win. They're going to be playing against France the next match day. We'll see what France does tomorrow against Austria. And for Netherlands, man, crucial 3 points. Because if they hadn't got 3 points in this game, it would have been very much sketchy for them to advance to the round of 16. But now they put themselves in a great position. Okay, so oh yeah, Javi Simmons also was a bit underwhelming. Forgot about that. Let's talk about Slovenia won, Denmark won. Honestly, guys, I don't have a lot of thoughts for this game. I thought Denmark, for me, were great the first half. First half wise, Denmark were really good. You can see the stats here. Eriksson scored a fantastic goal there. Great play from him, to score that goal. And you can see Denmark were all on top, 70% possessions, 8 shots, 1 on target. But the thing for Denmark is that they just weren't, even though they were getting the shots, they weren't making great quality chances. And that's the thing. And that's that ultimately bite them off. Because in the second half, man, Slovenia came alive. Slovenia actually showed up in the second half. Denmark were really, really poor in the second half. Denmark were very poor. And Slovenia eventually equalized. Janza scored a fantastic goal there. I remember Sesko also hit the post. Sesko had a great effort there to level the score. 1-1, hits the post. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy for Slovenia because Slovenia were really bad the first half, especially their attack. Like Sesko, Sapare were non-existent. Then the second half, man, they actually came alive, and that's what happened. And their left back, Janza, scored a fantastic goal there. And yeah, for Denmark, as I said, man, Eriksson, man, what a moment for him, man. Obviously, he wasn't there in the last Euros. He had that. We know what happened. We know that story with Denmark. They made it all the way to semifinals without him, and now Eriksson's back. So for Denmark, as I said, man, I just feel like they just eased off too much, and they allowed Slovenia to be back in the game. And I think for Denmark, this is a terrible result because they should have won this game if we're being real. But now for Slovenia, this is a huge point against Denmark, and Slovenia put themselves in a great position. So I think if you're going to look at the two teams, I think Slovenia will be the happier of the two teams than Denmark. Denmark will be the more frustrated of the two teams because they let this slip. And now Denmark, their next game is against England. And that's going to be a tough game. That's going to be a very tough game. Whereas Slovenia, their next game is against Serbia. And we'll get on to Serbia right now, actually. That is a doable game for them. Speaking of Serbia, Matt, England. I want to give a massive apology to Serbia. Because Serbia, what they did was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Because coming into this tournament, I had low expectations for Serbia. Because the Serbia team, look at how good their team is. Look at that attack they have. But defensively, the midfield-wise is so shambolic. But this is my apology. I'm going to give a full space apology to Serbia. They played well in the day. I think Serbia actually played very well in the day. Their midfield was solid. The defense was actually great. The only thing that was actually wrong was their attack, which is funny because it was like the other way around the World Cup where their attack was amazing. Their defense and midfield was trash. Now it's the other way around where their attack was bad, whereas the midfield defense was great. As for England, man, Gareth Southgate, man, you have a lot of things to explain. I have so much to say, so let's go ahead and dive into now. Okay, let's look at this England lineup, guys. So you got Trippier, Guehi, Stones, Walker. Now keep in mind, Shaw isn't fully fit. Okay, that makes sense. Guehi. Now keep in mind, Maguire is out because of injury. So let's look at the options you have on the bench. It's understandable. I think Guehi is probably the best center back you could maybe put. Maybe you could put Lewis Dunk or Joe Gomez, but those guys aren't that great. So I understand the Stones and the Walker. The midfield, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Declan Rice. Yeah, I think that's a decent midfield. Although I feel like you do need I feel like Trent wasn't that amazing on the day, even though he got a high rating. So then Foden, Bellingham, Saka, and Kane. That's a pretty good 11. That's a pretty good 11. But when you saw the England team play, because England actually looked really good for like the first 15 minutes, and then eventually Saka got the assist for the Jude Bellingham goal. Jude Bellingham got the goal there. Great header there. And then from that point on, guys, England looked flat. They looked uninspiring. They looked lethargic. They looked toothless. And I was like, what? And if you guys don't believe me, let me just show you guys the stats right here, the first half. England were really, really terrible. Only 2 other shots for them. Trent Alexander-Arnold from the free kick, and that's it. Where Serbia had a great chance to level the score, the 20th minute. That was a big miss. And then Vlahovic there in the 23rd. And then the second half, man, England were so bad. Serbia had their chance at Ilicic. Had that there. Milinkovic-Savic, 89th minute. And then obviously Vlahovic, 82nd. And the 83rd. But England, man, only 2 shots. That was a good save there, to be fair. And then this shot there. Okay, now this, to be fair, was a very good save. Very good save there. But yeah, Serbia just looked a lot better. They created more meaningful opportunities. And had it not been for Pickford, this game could have been, England may have dropped points in this game after a winning position. And my thing for Southgate is that why did Palmer not come on? Why did Cole Palmer not come on? He's been one of the best players in the Premier League this season. Why did he not come on? Why are you bringing Conor Gallagher to come on? Because that shows to me you're just trying to defend the lead. Conor Gallagher doesn't offer you anything in terms of going forward. He's good for like defensively. I understand that from that point of view, but for England, why are you sitting back on a 1-goal lead? You should be trying to attack more and more. You should be trying to finish this game off. And remember, Serbia, historically in the last couple of years, have had a terrible defense. So you really should be doing that. Jared Bowen coming on, that makes sense. Kobe Mainu, I don't know why Kobe Mainu is coming on so late. Doesn't make sense. Why is Cole Palmer not coming on? Why is Anthony Gordon not coming on? Like, these kind of the decisions that makes me baffled with Southgate, and that Southgate, you have to explain yourself. Now, obviously, England won the game. That's the crucial and the most important thing. England obviously got the 3 points, and that's ultimately the most important thing. But I'm looking at England in particular and those high-pressured games. When they play up against like a tournament favorite like a France, a Germany, a Portugal, or Spain, that's going to be where England's going to be really tested. Because let's be real, there's no country in this group that England shouldn't be. England have an easy group, guys. England should be top in this group with at least 7 points. But my worry for them is that will they be too complacent heading into quarterfinals? Because that's where I believe they'll play against they could potentially play against a top team. And the semifinals, they could potentially play against France. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if they could beat France. And the thing with England is that they have the second best squad in this tournament. The only other country that has a better squad than them in this tournament is France. And you can even make an argument their squad is better than France. But one thing's for sure is that these two teams are the top 2 teams in this year's Euros when you look at a squad as a whole. So for England in particular, man, I have high expectations, high standards for England. And the fact that England did this is pathetic. Kane wasn't involved as much. Foden had a stinker, guys. Foden had a stinker. He was terrible. Foden was terrible. Saka. Now, Saka for me was good the first half, but the second half he was terrible. But to be fair, the whole England team was terrible, so I don't know how much I'm going to put that on Saka. But Foden had a disaster class. I don't know how Foden got a high rating of 7.3 because for me, Saka was better than Foden in this game by far. Rice I thought was good. I thought Pickford was good as well. He made those kind of big saves in the end. And yeah, and I guess Jude Bellingham, that's it, man. I think Bellingham, Rice, and Pickford were the only good players in that day. And so for England, man, as I said, very concerning, man. Very, very concerning. And for Serbia, man, this is a good result. Only to lose 1-0 against England, that's like the best team in this group, puts this group in a very interesting position. Because what makes this group so interesting is that second place battle. Because England is head to shoulders the best team. But the second place battle is really interesting because you have Denmark, Slovenia, Serbia, all contesting for second place. And all 3 of the nations are kind of around the same level. So that's going to be very, very interesting. So looking ahead to match day 2, I believe England play against Denmark. And I think Serbia play against Slovenia. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in those 2 games. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts, man, on these 3 games, man. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? And yeah, for England, man, they have to improve, man. They have to improve. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Please remember to like and subscribe. And peace out.